Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is CAC speaking. Today let's talk about what we call status report with the Corporate Affairs Commission. Right now, it's one of the major things or one of the major documents you get from the CAC whenever you have done your registration, right? So you have documents like for business name, you have documents like business certificate, the business name registration certificate, and then you have the status report itself, right? Then for company, you have documents like the status report, the certificate, and then the NIMAT, right? And then for an incorporated trustee, you have the NIMAT, the CAC registration document, you have the status report, you have the constitution as well, amongst other documents which you have supplied to the CAC. Now, the major concern in this particular video is the implication of the status report document. One of the major characteristics of the status report document is that if you flip through it, you're going to see that it always provides a detail to show the status of the company or the business or the incorporated trustee. And that would also mean that it is trying to tell whoever you are presenting that document to that this document as at so date, most time you see that it is always stated that this is the date it was issued, and to this particular date, this particular document you are presenting is valid and assumed to be active. The status report show a representation of the company to be active within a particular period of time. And that is why it is important that every company, if you are asked or requested to send your status report, one of the major things you must make sure you're doing is that you are sending a status report that shows that your company is active within a stated period of time. Don't provide a document to anybody asking you to provide a status report that is not showing that the company is inactive. At the end of the day, it will be as good as you not sending any document at the end of the day. Now, the reason why I'm sharing this video is because of one, some contractors, before they give you a particular job, they would want to know if your company is active with the CAC or not. In the embassy, for instance, as well, I've seen situations like that where when you tell them you're working with a social company, they ask you to provide the status of the company or the status report of the company. At the end of the day, if the company is not active, they will deny your application because they expect that the company, if it is active, is supposed to file annual return with the CAC. Now that takes me to the activation of the company. So for instance, you register a company in a particular period of time and the company is currently inactive. And I've made several videos in the past where I've shared with you what to do if your company is inactive, but I'll use the opportunity in this video to also educate you as well based on that. One of the things you must also do once your company is inactive is first you try to know the number of years that you're supposed to file annual return for. So for instance, if the company was registered in 2018, you're supposed to file annual return from 2019 to 2024. That's because I'm making the video in 2025. So you're supposed to stop your annual return in 2024, 18, 19, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So you're supposed to file for 6 years. And once you file the annual returns for 6 years, then we are going to, depending on who is carrying it out, you cannot carry out the annual return by yourself anyway. If you reach out to me, for instance, after filing the annual return, immediately then I'll carry out an activation process with the CAC to activate and change the current status of the company from inactive to active. That is when you are then supposed to request for a status report. By that time, the company search, when you search for the company, you'll be seeing active status, and then you also be seeing that by the time you download the status report as well, it will also be showing that it's active, right? And that means you are presenting the company well in a good light to whoever is requesting you to provide a status report. Now let's put all that aside. What are the other details? What are the details that are contained in a proper status report? One of the major things you have in the status report is that you have the company registration details, you have the name of the company, the address of the company, the RC number if it is a company, the BN number if it's a business, and the IT number if it's an incorporated trustee. You have the type of the company, right? Either if it's a sole proprietor, a partnership, or is company limited by share. Different, we specify the kind of company, show the address of the company, show the head office, the email address, the principal address, and now the status of the company, it will show that as well. So that is the point of emphasis. But let's push it forward. It also show the number of shares in the company. Now, your status report. Now, let me move from business. In the business name status report, you only have the details that's after you have the headings. The other details you have for a business name status report is you have the details of the proprietor, right? So you see the name of the proprietor and every other details in that particular business name. But for a company, there are three categories of names that you have. The first category of name you have are the details of the directors, and that will include the name of the director, and even before that, it will tell you the exact allotted or issued share of the company. I want to show you that they now start listing to you the details of the directors. So if you have 5 directors, it will list all the 5 directors, and it will show you the type of director, and it will also show you and point out if these directors are active as at this period of time that you are filing, you are issuing or being issued this that status report to tell you that this particular director is active or inactive. It will give the details of the director, the phone number, the email address, the house address of that particular director, right? Once it has listed all the details of the director, the next thing it will also issue is the shareholders details. It will list all the shareholders in that particular company and give you the updated details of all the different shareholders. Now once it does this, the next detail it also share is the what we call the person with significant control. And who are those that are PSC? That's PSC. Person, the acronym for PSC, person with significant control. It will tell you that these people or the PSC now, they are people who are shareholders that own minimum of 5% of the company. So that means they own 5% and above in the company. So you can have as many of them as possible. To also list all of them in the shareholder. So it's possible to be a shareholder in the company and not be a PSC in the company. If you are if your percentage is less than 5%, then you will not be part of the PSC. But once you own from 5% above, you'll be part of the PSC. And it will also show if it will show you the particular exact amount of shares that is being allotted to you in the company, and it also show if you are active or not. And that's why I see some status report will show some people are inactive, some people are active. Especially if you remove a current shareholder or director or PSC and you replace them with another one, the one you remove is still going to be on the status report, but it will show that they are inactive. And the one you are adding now to bring them up as an active member of the company or the business name or the incorporated trustee. So all these are very important things that you should take note of when it comes to status report. And I believe you have been educated properly. So if you need further assistance to make your business active. Now, before I round up, I also point your attention to something very important, and this is the fact that when you are trying to get a status report for your company, don't just allow anybody to get a status report for you, right? And the reason is this, because sometimes when you ask someone to get a status report for you, they don't have all this information I've shared with you. And another thing is that they might just get a status report for you and it will not carry all these details that the person requesting for a status report needs to see in that particular status report. And sometimes the shareholder details for companies that were registered from 2017 above, you would not see the details of the shareholder on the portal, because I think CAC migrated from paper-based to online-based operations. I think around that period of time. I'm not very certain of that, but I've noticed from experience from hundreds of registration I've done in the past, I noticed that most of the details of the shareholder is not always it's not always shown. You see that when you go to check the detail of the proprietor, it's going to be telling you that the proprietor details no share of the no details of shareholders in that particular company. I'm not talking about proprietor now, I meant shareholders. So you tell you that no detail of the shareholder is found in this company. So first thing you need to do before you now go and even request for the status report is first make sure the company is active. Secondly, do well to update the detail of the shareholder. Once the detail of the shareholder is there, check for the details of the directors. Are they up to date? If they're not up to date, you tell the client, or you yourself, you reach out to someone who will help you make sure that the detail of the directors are up to date. So once all those things are up to date, that is when you can now go ahead and request for a status report. I believe you understand what I'm trying to say, and this video has helped you. If it has helped you, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and watch the next video. The next video is going to be guiding you as well to help you structure your business in the proper way. Thank you. My name is Akingbala Ezekiel, and I'll see you in other videos. Thank you.